Iran should have signed the deal I told them to sign. What a shame. A waste of human life. Simply stated, Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. I said it over and over again. Everyone should immediately evacuate Tehran. What's going on, guys? Make Hay Electric. It is Wednesday, the 18th of June, 2025. This is going to be a hard one. I was having a hard enough time bringing the Jericho report back. Now I have to make a video and report to you that all these scenarios we've been talking about for over 15 years are right in front of us. I'm simply at a loss for words. You know, one thing I never wanted to be was right. Could have lived the rest of my life perfectly happy just being a crazy guy on YouTube that came up with some crazy stuff sometime. No, unfortunately not. I'll leave this Truth Social post, another one we know exactly where so-called Supreme Leader is hiding. He's an easy target. He's safe there. We are not going to take him out, kill, at least for now. At least for now. Yeah. The Trump people are starting to turn against him. Ooh, Mr. President, you said you were going to not, start wars and all this stuff. He's doing the exact opposite of everything he said he was going to do. You know what his supporters are going to need? They're going to need an event. They're going to need a Jericho event. They're going to need an Operation Blackjack event. They're going to need something that's going to scare the holy shit out of them. And they'll be perfectly fine with wiping Iran off the map. I've been talking about this for 15 plus years. You people who wanted to believe that Jesus put Trump in the White House to save America. I don't know what you were smoking in your crack pipe, but I hope you could see it now. Put a link to this. He'll do as he's told. I don't believe anything the media is telling. Look at this now. Let's talk about what all this is predicated on. This is 12 years ago. Everybody remember this classic?
This is a bomb. This is a fuse.
Just listen to this.
In the case of Iran's nuclear plans to build a bomb,
because this is the lie we're being told.
This bomb has to be filled with enough enriched uranium. And Iran has to go through 3 stages. Where's Iran?
12 years ago, mind you.
The first stage. Now they're well into the second stage. And by next spring, at most, by next summer, at current enrichment rates, they will have finished the medium enrichment and move on to the final stage.
By next year.
From there, it's only a few months, possibly a few weeks, before they get enough enriched uranium for the first bomb.
Watch him tell you these are the facts.
If these are the facts, and they are
they? From 12 years ago. And now all of a sudden this has nothing to do with Iran or their nuclear weapon. This is about a new world order. I'm seeing people that I thought were awake for a long time. Some people that actually wanting this. Well, the Iran can't have a this has nothing to do. What the fuck happened to so many of you? You know what this is about? This is about a fucking new world order. Aaron Russo told us they were going to do Iran. Iran enriched uranium for 9 atom bombs, Netanyahu claims as he starts this thing off. Another link on that. Iran launches. Yeah, Trump is just sitting on the fence one day. He's like, okay, guys, we got to make a deal. We got to make a deal. You're not making any deal. And I got news for you, Trump people. Trump's not fucking in charge of this. Trump is nothing more than an entertainer. He's not making these kind of decisions. He will do as he's fucking told to do by his masters. Just like all the rest. I'm sorry to awaken you from your slumber. He'll do what he's told. There's no deal to be made. I got more stuff here. Trump warns a strike on Iran could very well happen. At this hour, as I'm filming this video, they are drawing up their plans for the first strikes. We're going to hear shortly, I'm sure, that bunker buster bombs have been dropped on Tehran, on this secret nuclear, all this shit. And then, the Nimitz group that's currently there or headed there now will most likely be attacked in a false flag. And then possibly several U.S. cities, several cities in Canada, Mexico, and Europe, well, review Operation Blackjack. Because this is all taking place right before the Blackjack date, June 22nd. Did not give a year. I look for this event every year. Many of you know that. But this is all taking place right around the date in Operation Blackjack. I find that fascinating. It's June 22nd when all the nukes went off. I'll put a link to the slideshow. If you want to know what's really going on right now, go through it because it details what's going on, who's responsible for it, what the end game is. I don't know how so many people went back to sleep. I don't understand. I'm not going to do it. People may not like this video, but one thing I've been consistent with since the conception of my YouTube channel is that this shit is going to happen. And now it's happening. Iran could activate sleeper cells in the United States. No shit. Well, that'll be part of the story. I'm sure there will be actual terrorism going on with the false flag that's going to be going on at the same time. What could it look like? Here you go. Listen to this.
National Blueprint for Biodefense, released on April 17, 2024, presents a hypothetical yet nerve-wracking due to the precursor set by Event 201 scenario of a bioterrorist attack on July 4th, 2025, where an unknown nation or terrorist group unleashes a genetically modified Nipah virus across U.S. cities and allied nations. This engineered pathogen, with a 40% mortality rate, kills 280,000 Americans and infects 400,000 in a single day, alongside 200,000 dead and 800,000 sickened animals. The virus, designed for enhanced animal-to-animal, animal-to-human, and human-to-human...
I'll put a link to it. You want to watch the rest of it. Interesting story that came out. What does he say? July 4? 1 month earlier... June 4, 2025. Agro-terrorism growing threat to Chinese. Did anyone see this story? This one just kind of went undetected. There you go. I don't know. I want to play a little clip from OES Soldiers. Good to see you again, Andrew. Just a little clip. I'll put a link to his video. You don't watch the whole thing. For the Webbot naysayers, this one's for you.
That 4 months now. Cliff's spoken to it many times. As Webbot is projecting that on or about June 15th.
He posted this video on June 3rd, before all this Iran shit started.
We're going to have an emotional tension building event that I believe is going to be bigger than 9/11, according to his data, and it's not going to stand alone. It's going to be followed by others all year, the rest of the year, and things will simmer down, according to him, February or March of next year. So with all that said, look at the world that we're in today. The United States is starting to pull back support from Israel for the first time that I've ever seen it. Like, quite literally starting to pull our support back from Israel, as Israel wants to
but Donald Trump's
take
trapped
us to a war with Iran.
You know, whether you think Donald Trump is a good guy or a bad guy or whatever you think about him, might have good in his heart. I don't know. It's irrelevant. Because he's going to do what he's told to do. I'll put a link to Andrew's video. Great video. Good to see you again, man. Check it out. A lot more information in that video. Millions of protesters, as he talks about emotional building events. We got these protests going on, these no kings, as President Trump's military parade takes place on his 79th birthday. Did anyone else, and I'm not talking shit about the military. I'm saying, I'm watching this thing. I'm watching this military parade. I'm watching Trump sit there and watch it as if he's fucking Kim Jong-un in North Korea. Did anyone else get that vibe? Things are not what they seem. DEMCAD's got one.
They wiped out 41 warplanes. 41, including strategic nuclear bombers.
Ukraine
strategic nuclear bombers
hit Russia, took out their
part
bombers.
of the Russian nuclear triad.
I'll put a link to his video. Several more of my favorites. He's just rocking the shit, man. The videos are... It's unfortunate that we have to make these videos, but then we have this whole debacle. You want to talk about how Donald Trump's an entertainer? We have this whole couple weeks back, this shit about Elon Musk and Donald Trump. They're breaking up, and Musk actually brings up the whole the Epstein thing and all kind of shit. Did you watch all that crap? Did you think that was real? This is... He's talking about this big, beautiful bill. Let's see here.
But I'm very disappointed because Elon knew the inner workings of this bill better than almost anybody sitting here. Better than...
This bill was never shown to me even once, passed in the dead of night. Well, we know how they do things. He's not lying about that. No one in Congress could have read it. Well, as Nazi Piglosi said, we have to pass it to see what's in it. But anyway, this big falling out between them, I don't buy that shit for a second. This is all being done to... Can you see it? Not to mention possible cover stories for people going to the bunkers. You got these lawmakers up in, was it Minnesota, whatever, that were murdered in their home? Is that going to be used as the story when congressional members have to go underground because people are attacking? You know, this is so fucking surreal, the reality we're living in right now. I got a couple more here. How about this big, beautiful bill? Well, it benefits the richest people on the planet, of course. Donald Trump isn't doing anything he told you he was going to do. Remember all this before about drain the swamp, and now this time we're not going to start any wars, and we're getting, I mean... Meanwhile, check that out. U.S. national debt. We were freaking out in 2009, 2010 about it being 6, 7, 8 trillion. It's damn near 37 trillion. This is why I've maintained all these years, and you could go back and look at my videos. I have not differed from my opinion that we're going to have an event that's going to force a reset, and it's going to have to be a hell of an event. And I believe it's upon us. Because, ladies and gentlemen, those numbers are never going to run backwards. It's inevitable. Just as was told in Operation Blackjack, they bring up the debt in Jericho. Put a link at the bottom just for an extra link to look at. You could Google this on a daily basis, birth rate news, and you could see the other part of this agenda going. They are executing this agenda on like every level right now, and there's nothing we can do about it. We can make videos screaming our opinions, but we've been doing that for 15 years. You check out the previous video I posted, the tribute in 2009 to all the people that were on my friends list then. Those were all people that were speaking out, telling you about all aspects of the New World Order, the GMOs and the chemtrails and the things we can't talk about on YouTube and all this stuff. The World War III side of things, how the elite are actually going to play this out. Well now, as Aaron Russo said, they're doing Iran. Don't believe one word the mainstream media is telling you. They're not going to tell you about the fucking New World Order, I'll tell you that much. And for all you people who went back to sleep, hey, that's not happening to me. I'm not going to pretend this is as if the TV's telling me. We're in a lot of trouble, people. A lot of trouble. I would love to have just been the crazy guy, this crazy guy on YouTube talking all this stuff about the government's going to... Possibly before I get this video even posted on YouTube, we're going to make our first strike in Iran. The United States, you watch. Trump, all about this talking and all. He's backed into a corner and all this. He will do as he's told. And it's my opinion, this has nothing to do with Iran nuclear weapons. This has to do with the fucking New World Order and their plan and how they want things to go. They lit the fuse. This shit's gone hot. It breaks my heart to make this video and tell you that, but it is. Please tell me your thoughts in the comments. What do you think is going on? I think it's just a matter of days, maybe hours before whatever the next thing that's going to happen is going to happen. Wide open borders, all these protests about, well, that's all in about bringing in the North American Union, the necessary and unavoidable merger between the United States, Canada, and Mexico. They, like I said, they're working this on so many fronts. I could sit here and talk to you all night. Anyway, there's just some extra headlines to give you the birth rate news. Please tell me your thoughts on everything that's going on. It's good to see you guys again, although I wish it wasn't under these circumstances. This may possibly be my last video. I don't know. I hope not. said what I wanted to say. I've given you the links below. We're currently waiting for Donald Trump to make a decision or to execute whatever he's been told to do. He left at what, G7 early? Hey, for the people who are religious, pray. If you're not religious, I don't know, whatever you believe in, make peace with it. You know, spend time with your loved ones. We're going to wake up shortly and our entire world is going to be upside down. I hope everyone's ready for this. I'm as ready as I can be. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for sticking with me all these years, and you know, I couldn't have gotten through these years without you. You have no idea what this whole thing has meant to me. Thank you. You know, I'm not a religious person, but I'll end it like this. Hug the ones you love. Good luck. And God bless.